Hey guys, today we'll be looking at this network here, which our goal is to create subnets for each router. So first we have to create four subnets requiring 60 hosts, then four subnets requiring 1,000 hosts. Then we have to create a network with four subnets requiring 5,000 hosts, and lastly, we have to create a network with two subnets requiring 30 hosts each. So I think we should start from the smallest one. So to support these 30 hosts, we need a subnet mask that provides at least 32 IP addresses, 30 usable, one for the network and one for the broadcast address. A /27 subnet mask 255, 255, 255 to 224 gives us 32 IP addresses. With the network address being 192.168.40, the subnet mask being 255, 255, 255, 224, and usable addresses ranging from 192.168 41 to 192.168.430. So that gives us over 30, right? And a broadcast address would be 31. For the second subnet, we'll have a network address at 192.168.4 and 32, and 250 with the subnet mask being 255, 255, 255, and 224, with usable IP addresses ranging from 192 192.168.433 to 192.168.462, with the broadcast address being 192.168.463. These subnets allow us to meet the requirements of the 30 hosts per subnet. Next, we have the 192.168.20/24 network. This time we will need four subnets, each with at least 60 hosts. To support at least 60 hosts, we need a subnet mask that provides at least 64 IP addresses, 62 usable, a /26 subnet mask of 255, 255, 255, 192, which gives us 64 IP addresses. So for the first subnet, we have the network address at 192.168.2.0 and the subnet mask of 255, 255, 255.192, and usable IP addresses ranging from 192.168.2, 1 to 192.168.2 to 62. And lastly, the broadcast address, which is 192.168.2 and 63. Next, for the second submask, we have the network address, which is 192.168.2.64, with a subnet mask of 255, 255, 255.192, and usable IP addresses ranging from 192.168.2.65 to 192.168.2.126. The broadcast address would be 192.168.2 and 127. For the third subnet, we have a network address of 192.168.2.128, and the subnet mask of 255, 255, 255, and 192. The usable IP addresses range from 192, 168, to 129 to 192, 168, to 9190, with the broadcast address being 192, 168, to 191. Default subnet. Default subnet. Default subnet address, which is 192.168.2.192, and the subnet mask being 255, 255, 255, 192. Usable IP addresses ranging from 192.168.2.193 to 192.168.2.254, with broadcast address being 192.168.2.225. With this, we've met the requirements of each subnet supporting 62 hosts. Third on the list, we have 172.20.0.0/16. We need 4 subnets, each supporting 1,000 hosts. So we get these four subnets by using at least 1,224 IP addresses. 22 must be usable. 1022 of these IP addresses must be usable. A/22 subnet mask, which is 255, 255, 252, 0, gives us 1,024 IP addresses. The first subnet, will have a network address of 172.20.0.0 and a subnet mask of 255, 255, 252, 0, with usable IP addresses ranging from 172.20.0.1 to 172.20.3.254, with the broadcast address being 172.20.3.255. Subnet 2 having the network address of 172.20.4.0 and a subnet mask of 255, 255, 252, using IP addresses from 172.20.4.1 to 172.20.7.254, and with a broadcast of 172.20.7.255. Next, the third subnet, the network address of 172.20.8.0, a subnet mask of 255. The same subnet mask of 255, 255, 252, with usable IP addresses ranging from 172.20.8.1 to 172.20.11.254, with a broadcast address of 172.20.11.255. And last but not least, we have our subnet 4, which is 172.20.12.0. The subnet mask of 25, the same subnet mask of 255, 255, 252.0. Usable IP addresses ranging from 172.20.12.1 to 172.20.15.254. And finally, the broadcast address being 172.20.15.255. 1,000 hosts is needed, and 1,000 hosts need reach. And last but not least, we have to calculate the subnets. We have to calculate the subnets for the last network, which is 172.24.0.0/16. We need 4 subnets, each supporting 5,000 hosts. So we will need two hosts, which would be the network and broadcast address, and 8,190 usable hosts. A slash 19 subnet mask, which is 255.255.224.0, gives us 8,192 IP addresses. So we have the network address starting from 172.24.00 with the subnet mask discussed earlier on. Usable IP addresses ranging from 172.24.0.1 to 172.24.31.254. The broadcast address of 172.24.31.255. The second subnet has a network address of 172.24.32.0, a subnet mask of 255.255.224, with IP addresses ranging from 172.24.32.1 to 172.24.63.254, with a broadcast address being the last one, 172.24.63.255. Third subnet. The third subnet has a network address of 172.24.64.0 with usable IP addresses ranging from 172.24.64.1 to 172.24.95.254, and a broadcast address being 172.24.95.255. And last but not least, we have our final subnet, which has a network address of 172.24.96.0, usable IP addresses ranging from 172.24.96.1 to 172.24.127.254. And that okay, that's all for this. Thank you for watching.